Sometimes it's good to be early, but our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just gotta toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you, whenever you're watching this episode of Cohost Auditions. I am your co-host, Dillon, and this is my self-taped audition to be the second mic of a much more established streamer. These are unsolicited. No one asked for them. But I would like some of that sweet, sweet monetization money, which I did cross that threshold, so we do have super chats and super thanks available. We need some more subscribers to get to the ads, like today's host has. We have Chad, who has a big following, 2.76 million subscribers, and this is actually the first time hearing of her. An attractive lady, and she is covering the wacky world of TikTok. That's my bag. So maybe I will have something to offer our host for today, Chad. Well, that is Miss Size Doesn't Matter the Clown, who will be coming up a little later. This is our host, Chad, and she is covering TikTok conspiracy theories here in this first video we will be checking out.
Hey guys, do you hear that? Hang on, something fishy's going
It's your cat. Your cat is very nauseous.
on. Just a second.
Okay, I was wrong. It was not her cat. That was the beast that ate her cat. Certainly had a sick cat type of sound to it.
My name is Chad. And today we're going to talk about conspiracies. Is the Earth flat? Was the moon landing faked? Is Florida a real place? These are just a number of things that we may never know the answer to. Whenever something happens to people that we think is weird or we can't really explain, we like to make it up because conspiracies are.
We like to think that Florida is just a scary place that the United States made up to scare the hell out of the rest of the country, but no, it exists. I've been there. About half a dozen times or so.
Like hemorrhoids. We all got them, right? I think we all have hemorrhoids, okay?
So there is no backdoor play with Chad. You do not want to get up on that hemorrhoid. You want those to clear up once you start getting into the third input.
When I was a kid, I had a theory that all of my toys could walk around and even talk to each other. And it turns out I was a really stupid kid. But the thing about conspiracies is that you can't be wrong. If you say that you think the sky is actually red and orange, which it probably will be soon, no one can tell you that you're wrong. Conspiracies are kind of like,
Oh, you don't live in Southern California, do you? It is fire season in Los Angeles, so the sky at any time, it does make for a very pretty sunset when the countryside, when the hillside is on fire. But it does rain ash down on your car and inside your nostrils to make it burn.
like lying, but without the consequences. Unless you're a big fan of conspiracies and you disagree with what I just said, in which case what I just said was a conspiracy. The internet has led to an endless sea of theories. The butterfly effect, the Mandalorian effect, the Mass effect, and we're sick of those. There were literal UFOs flying around last week, and nobody cared. We're tired of it.
Oh, not just last week. It's been going on for decades. They're still trying to get their buddy back, who we took in that Area 51 and decided to poke and prod, and we took their spaceship too. We needed to reverse engineer that somehow to get ourselves some smartphones. Who knows if we would have live streaming on 5G without that alien craft that we then took apart and figured out how to use it for our own uses.
Aliens. Alien? How about alien out? Boo! Boo! Boring. Get the fuck out. Go.
I am a big fan of Chad's humor. She has a certain lameness which is similar to mine. At least that's what I'm perceiving. The aliens and outs, that is a joke that this shit stain would make.
Oh, leave. The best thing about TikTok and the worst thing about TikTok is that everyone has an opinion. So now that sea of theories, a conspiracy, if you will, has become a bigger, more confusing sea.
She just can't help herself with those terrible puns. I would like to meet you for a drink, Chad. If not romantically, we certainly have some collaborations to do creatively with our shitty, terrible puns, which make some people groan and want to punch us in the mouth.
I don't know if this is a conspiracy or not, but I heard there were a myriad of robots. The researchers were realizing that these things were getting way too smart. One of them somehow wasn't fully disabled, connects to a f***ing satellite, reassembles itself, starts telling its counterparts how to reassemble itself. The researchers come back in, and these things killed all of them. They claimed like 15 or 20 lives before they were able to be dismantled and turned off by authorities.
Sounds legit. We do not need any works cited page. This would not have been reported in the newspaper anywhere at all. We are just going to the deep web and picking up what some guy said happened.
Right?
Have you guys heard of this new conspiracy? It's called something. It's Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm not sure why, but the person listening to this thinks it's hilarious.
They claimed like 15 or 20 lives before they were able to be dismantled and turned off by authorities, right?
It doesn't really match the tone of the story. And then the murderous robots burst through the door and slaughtered all of them. I know. The story always kills.
Oh, if only she had the editing know-how to figure out how to knock her head off. She is,
I know.
I'm sure she's doing it herself. Maybe she does have an editor, but that robot that just punched her in the head, if it would have been Rock'em Sock'em, then again, YouTube has been, like, extra sensory over stupid shit. They might have actually demonetized her channel for a clearly joke, knock your block off.
The story always kills. But you know who else is killing it is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh.
Good for them. And bam. Thank you for making that a clear notation that we can just
Now that we've
right
moved
ahead
on from aliens, we finally have time to talk about more interesting things, like doors.
If giants aren't real, who built this and why?
This person is gonna lose their mind when they find out about skyscrapers. Who the heck did this? This is too big. I like to imagine the creator of this TikTok doesn't really believe in giants, but is actually just the person who made this door. You notice that top latch? It's actually really complex. Yeah, I heard.
Rini, thank you for being a member for 2 months and for that little note that I am coming in a little bit quiet today. Thank you very much, Rini, for being a rope shooter. You have the bonus content access, and we will be coming up. I don't know what December is. I think it'll be a just deleted scenes from TikTok around the clock. Absolutely, Nimrob. This is already, she has won me over big time. This is someone who we won't be goofing on and pretending we're doing an audition for. I really want to be part of what's going on over here on Chad's channel. And thank you for the $2 super chat, Nimrob. Do we have our little jingle for our super chat? And oh, I see. They move things around a little bit here in StreamYard. Now I found it and can drop this.
Thanks for the super chat, super chat, super chat.
I heard it took her like 15 years to finish it. It's super impressive. Yeah, I would have sex with that person if I could.
I don't think that person would fit. I do see what you're going after there. Some people they just want the biggest pair of titties. They want the biggest pecker, but in actuality, not always the best. There is a bell-shaped curve of when titties and peckers get too big for guys and gals.
But it turns out the real giants are busy protecting our entire planet.
Is down there.
Giant monsters. They're a natural defense mechanism from the planet.
Could you give me an example of what one of these giants look like?
I only have one personal experience.
Green ears that kind of stick out a little bit. A donkey pal that follows them everywhere with an annoying voice that we once thought was very talented.
That I was there for.
He's still talented. I don't need to shit on Eddie Murphy like that.
Saw with my own eyes.
He's been through the hooker ringer. He's paid to get shit on.
And experienced with my own 5 senses.
Oh, you only saw the 300-foot tall billion-year-old giant monsters one time? Lame.
Something that resembles a big furry primate, like a sloth that walks on its hands and is covered with hair.
So the giant monsters are furry, and you experience them.
Furry monsters. We've come into those monsters before. So did Bob Uecker. He didn't know what he was walking into in that hotel lobby when all those furries took a picture with him.
With all 5 of your senses. All 5 of them? It was for research, guys. I had to taste the furry primate genitals. I mean giant genitals. I mean giant genitals. I mean genitals. So you're...
Chad, you're something of a pervert like myself. You're just winning me over all the time. Siri, send flowers to Chad.
Saying that a giant sloth doing handstands is the only thing protecting our planet. So we're... Oh my god, help! These giant space worms are eating my family! Not to family!
I didn't think I had Siri hooked up. I think that was a little far away from the camera for you to hear Siri asking me, who the hell is Chad? Just make a note of it.
Is here. Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Yep, I'm on it.
Thank you so much.
Yep, we'll get right on that.
Okay. When?
Just give me a second, God.
If you take a picture of a $1 bill, on the back,
it looks like an alien.
Oh, actually, this is a new one. I have heard the crazy shit that's been going on a dollar bill for quite a while, but this alien on the back of it, this one's new to me.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, you turn the contrast all the way up. The contrast reveals an alien head and the face, the eyes, everything. It's kind of genius.
Did you know that if you completely change the physical appearance of something, the physical appearance of that thing completely changes? This is like the opposite of those zoom enhanced tropes in FBI shows. We got a shot of their plates. Put it on screen. Zoom out. Keep going.
I don't know why she is called Chad Sam Bibley. We would have to go back to her early YouTube page to see why that, but it is a catchy name.
Turn up the contrast. Turn down the contrast. Set it on fire. Dehance. We got him. Yes.
It's kind of genius. What's in your pocket?
Yeah, Roswell.
Did you
I got a pecker and 2 balls in my pocket.
just say Roswell is in your pocket? It's a big ass pocket. Is that a southeastern city from New Mexico in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
It can be both.
Oh, it is a city? Okay. What I hate about a lot of conspiracy TikToks is that sometimes they'll forget to include the conspiracy part. Because let's say that yes, if you mess with a $1 bill, it does look like an alien. But then what? That's not a theory. Are you implying that aliens live inside $1 bills like little hermit crabs? Or are you implying that the government is run by aliens? Because that's ridiculous.
Reptile people, the lizard people. They may come from inside the earth, they may come from some other planet, but certainly some sort of reptile people is what we are getting on. Is that what we're on next, Chad? The reptile folk?
Everyone
this is a whole Roswell section.
Already knows that. Okay, so here's a $1 bill. I'm gonna see if we can find the alien that lives inside of it. Oh my god, you guys, look at that. Guys, they live among us.
This video has been going around on social media of a man who found a mistake.
I really like her humor, which is sometimes dumb, sometimes dry, sometimes silly. You have made a fan today, Chad. And for that Among Us, you deserve a silly little rim shot.
Mosquito with the number 38 printed on its body. And then the next day he found another one with a different number printed on its body.
38? I thought that she stopped at 37. Then again, it's been a long time since we counted the number of people that Dante's girlfriend had inside of her mouth. So it's probably double 37 now, not just 38.
And of course, there's been a conspiracy.
Maybe the mosquitoes just like getting tattoos. Did you think of that? What, because they're parasites, they aren't allowed to express themselves? Plenty of parasites have tattoos. Just look at...
This seems like some type of escaped lab experiment. That's why they would have those numbers on them. That's what I'm putting my money on. Escaped lab patient. It happens in bugs, just like people.
Jeffree Star. I'm not a scientist, but I feel like this is a pretty common thing. We also track like bees and lobsters. We just put numbers on them so we can track their every move and study their behaviors and see where they are and what they're
Chad came to the same conclusion that I have because that is the logical one.
Doing. Spy on them without their knowledge, and I think that, guys, I think we're the aliens. The mosquitoes probably have documentaries about us.
If you did get together with all the insects and ask what came from another planet, they wouldn't point to octopuses, they would point to us, who needs to fuck everything up. Then again, there are other animal species that fuck everything up, like termites. They really fuck up the wood, and they emit a lot of carbon dioxide. They are changing the environment, those termite bastards. We need to kill them so we can keep our cars. We want our emissions to stay around so we can get places.
Y'all, I am freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Just watch.
That's cool. Chad can speak mosquito. I cannot.
Watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean.
I'm pretty sure that the ocean has a bottom.
Because outer space is the ocean.
Otherwise, how does the water stay there? If there was actually space underneath, then the gravity would suck all of the water out. The water would be gone. The ocean would be more like a notion.
Now, there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And
maybe it's got a combination of both a black hole and a white hole down there, sucking out all the water and taking us to Mars, and a white hole from so those are the ins and outs from Earth to Mars and Mars back in through the black hole here, out the white hole in Mars, through the black hole in Mars, out the white hole here.
it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea.
Yes, I can. Call me algebra because I can cancel out whatever the fuck I want.
They discovered all of the sea. We just have not explored all of the sea. We have discovered 80% of the sea. That's why whenever you see a map or a globe in the middle of the ocean, there is just nothing there. It's just a black spot of the seas that we have not discovered yet.
I haven't discovered 80% of Pennsylvania, but that doesn't mean that it's a portal that'll take me to Mars. It just means I've never been to Pennsylvania. She goes on to say that deep sea fish are probably aliens since the ocean is space now. Keep up. And then cites the 2020 film Underwater as the basis for that.
If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the...
We do need to dive more into this TikToker Chad is covering, Nimrob. You thought Flat Earth was as dumb as it could get, but... thank you. What is that? 247 Con at
creature that don't
even be her. That might be a restreamer.
Look like it's supposed to be from this earth.
But if you're trying to strengthen an argument, I don't know if referencing a Kristen Stewart movie is the best idea. And therefore, my witness is innocent on all counts. Stalking a 17-year-old? Innocent. Twilight 2008. Robbing a bank with two accomplices.
I am a fan of the costumes with just whatever you have around the house. She does not have a judge's robe, but I'm not even sure if that is a bathrobe. That might just be a carpet that she threw around herself. Well done, working with what you've got.
Accomplices? Catch That Kid, 2004. Consuming the blood of an innocent human. Breaking Dawn, 2011. Also, Your Honor, she's a mosquito. Yeah, hi. And I still have malaria.
Does anyone actually still watch the moon landing footage and think it's real?
Okay.
She is showing why you make these edited videos. You make a script, you can have callbacks, versus me, where sometimes I trip and fumble fuck all over myself so much, I need Duke Phillips to come in and tell me that that was a stumble fuck, such as this.
Where's the joke? Sir, we're on the air. I know we're on the air, but where's the joke?
And that was just an example. That wasn't me failing at a joke yet, but I'll get there.
Okay, but whether you believe in the moon landing or not, you can do this to anything and then claim it's not real. You've made them look silly. Of course we don't believe them. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
A conspiracy that stayed
Careful now, you're going to turn yourself into Wonder Woman, Chad.
pretty consistent on TikTok is that all celebrities are lizard people. What that involves is usually pretty vague. It's just if they say something weird or if they do something lizard-like, it means that they eat children, like lizards do.
I can say clone. I want to say clone. All right, so there's like a clone. Right. When it comes out, let's get a selfie real quick. Let's hop in for a selfie.
Of course, it's shown through the form of joking to make the average mind automatically assume it's a joke, even though it was never stated to.
See, Will Smith is very much like Wei-Yun from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, where he gets cloned over and over again, and there are some variants from clone to clone. I believe we're on Will Smith 7 now. Will Smith 5, he was a real problem. He needed to be taken down quickly. Will Smith 6, he was a good one.
Be a joke or a lie. Reverse psychology. I don't think this is reverse psychology. Reverse psychology would be if Will Smith posted a TikTok like, hey guys, just want to let you know I am a reptilian shapeshifter. It's true. All of your theories are correct. I can control minds. Well, in fact, I'm doing it right now. Do not watch Gemini Man in theaters December 11th, 2019. That would be a terrible idea. In fact, I forbid you from seeing it. That is the worst thing you can do. If you leave your
I was going to say the camera's actually zooming, but this might be post zooms. And I know a little bit about putting yourself in multiple places. You have to keep the lighting the same. That is a big thing that will fuck up when you're trying to make a twin or a clone of yourself, is when you forgot to lock down the lighting. Like if you're using sunlight, that changes throughout the day, and it's gonna fuck up you trying to be in two places at once in the frame.
house on that day, you will die. I will kill you.
These are disturbing facts about
Chad, you are after my heart. I am going to send you some flowers and some chocolates, and I am ready to be your slave writer.
the Teletubbies. When I was little,
Not even a sexual joke at that one. Just be your. I want to be someone's.
Die. I will kill you.
These are
I don't even need to be your kink partner. You can outsource that to someone else, because I don't know if you're into that type of thing.
disturbing facts about the Teletubbies. When I was little, I loved the Teletubbies, but looking back, it was pretty creepy. The giant sun in the sky that has a baby's face, and the fact that their mom is a vacuum cleaner, and there are some conspiracies that think that the baby sun in the sky is actually a demon, and that the mom
Who could survive temperatures that high other than demons?
vacuum cleaner is actually one of Satan's helpers.
That part is true. My cat also thinks that the vacuum cleaner is Satan's helper. I don't understand why out of all the shows from the 90s, the Teletubbies is the one we're worried about. Why? Because they're 10 feet tall and have Furby eyes? Giant suits made out of felt was
Thank you, Uncle Jack. Nice that someone's got my back.
just the formula for shows in the 90s, like Barney the Purple Dinosaur, aka the world's first furry. And do you remember Big Bird? That was 1,000%.
You can call that the world's first furry, but I think it was Disney's Robin Hood that really put that. Maid Marian is fucking hot in that. I mean, they're foxes. Robin Hood and Maid Marian are a couple of foxes. They're hot because foxes are hot. That is a lot where that little grain of furryism got implanted into a lot of children.
A demon. What if we have a giant bird with dead eyes and a gaping mouth teach kids about the U.S. Census?
The way you said gaping mouth, I never thought of Big Bird as a bukkake star before now, but it's been 30 minutes of this episode, so the pervert jokes are coming out now.
It'll be fun. How many people live in your home?
Have you heard about the dark conspiracy theory that surrounds the Teletubbies? Well, it's first piece of evidence.
The purple one is gay. Yes, we've all heard that one. The preacher, was that Falwell that got his panties all up in a bunch? This Teletubby is a gay Teletubby. They're non-gendered. They don't have a pecker or a vagina. Or maybe that's what's on top of their head. The green one is apparently the only one that can do something. Well, the yellow one looks like it could penetrate the red and the purple one.
Is that they have a female voice that seems to come from the ground, always telling them what to do. Like, who the f does she think she is? And what's underground?
I don't think anyone who made a conspiracy TikTok about the Teletubbies actually watched an episode of the Teletubbies first. All they do is eat toast and pudding and splash around in puddles. And the demon voice in the pipe, when it comes out of the ground, it makes a continuous wet fart sound. What's that, Satan? You want me to eat breakfast foods and frolic around in a field of flowers with 3 of my closest friends?
And don't forget to eat from the tree of knowledge.
Satan, that sounds like shit. I actually did watch an episode of Teletubbies for this video, and it was
Oof, it sounded like shit. Watch out for those farts. Change that underwear. Those are some wet farts that Chad picked up on.
kind of weird. It wasn't really how I remembered it being, but here, I'll just show you.
She had to get all this footage quick as shit in order for the sun not to move around. I just mentioned how you don't want to use natural sunlight for this, and somehow she is making it work because she must have done this fucking fast. Otherwise, each one of hers that would have been jumping out of the woods, the shadows would have been all fucked up.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
I completely agree, Uncle Jack. He is digging her. I am digging her. She absolutely deserves this 2.76 million followers, with this video about a year old getting over 4 million views. I am going to copy you, Chad, because you have got it going on. So that was the first one from Chad, the TikTok conspiracy theories.
Hey guys, and welcome back to...
And this one is TikTok dating coaches need to be stopped, from 2 years ago. So the kind of red neon hair, that was newer than this purple hair. And she got a little less dramatic with that eyeshadow. I like what you did in the as you were moving along. A little too Egyptian with this one.
My name is Chad, and one of the hardest things about being a Chad is...
It happens every once in a while, Sam Bibley. I remember Gabby Bell about a year ago was another one where it's like, all right, we are on her side. We are a fan. And after one video, Chad, you have made a fan. Let's go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I like what you're doing here.
That literally...
Her neon light says not really. And it looks like her neon lights are matching her hair. Didn't her other neon light in the video have more of a red neon like her hair was? I'd like you accessorizing your hair with your neon lights in the background.
Everyone wants to date me. You want to date me, your mom wants to date me, I want to date me. But that's too bad, because your dating skills are only here, and I'm a high-level Chad all the way up here. It's okay though, because I found a dude that can help you. And he has a TikTok account and a podcast. And if you don't know what that means, it means everything he says is true.
Oh boy, I smell a spin-off episode. Thank you, Chad.
True.
What does it mean if a girl has no hookups in her Tinder bio? And the answer is, it means absolutely jack.
It's been a while since we watched this kind of content, so it's really important that we remember the alpha dating.
Uncle Jack with some dating tips. He has, what you go up to a lady and just say, I want to fuck you. And that, I believe you do that with the Boomhauer method, where you just ask every single woman inside the Sears if they would like to fuck. And there might be one.
Coach motto, which is don't listen to women and what they say they want. They don't know what they're talking about. Listen to men who are not in committed relationships and have more empty alcohol bottles than a Delta Chi house.
Look at that, you almost finished your glass of wine.
I am, yes.
You'll have another one.
Okay.
Another perfect.
Okay, let's go.
How do you script an interaction and it still be awkward? It's a good idea in general not to lunge at women. I couldn't tell if he was going in for a whisper or to perform one of those assassin neck crunch things.
Another perfect.
Okay, let's go.
I don't get why they didn't just do another take where they're not interrupting each other. This doesn't really exude confidence. So looks like you're almost done with that wine. Oh yeah, I was just about to finish. I know where you can get more.
You're about to finish that wine. There's something else you can finish. Over here.
Wine? Sorry, what? I said I can. I'm really sorry. The music it's really loud. Do you want to go back to my place? I guess. Sure. I mean, I still can't. And that is how you get laid, fellas. Is he talking to us? What did he say? Who is that guy? I said that's how you get laid. I also hate these.
I'm wondering if she has an editor or if she's doing it herself. I've seen quite a few of these where I'm like, this editor is doing his job, but it's a little bit zoomery for my tastes. I like what this editor is doing. And if it's you, fantastic job, Chad. I am going to go ahead and start simping.
Seats. Just look at how weird.
Sam Bibley is going to stand by the exit of a Sears parking lot with a sign. Well, that is his suggestion, and Uncle Jack is getting right on that. And good luck, because there aren't as many Sears as they used to be. They shut down a lot of locations in these past few years. But get yourself some Craftsman tools there. Good brand.
These seats are so weird. The only seat I like is SeatGeek. This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you haven't heard of them, SeatGeek is a ticketing app that makes buying tickets super.
And thank you once again for clearly marking. I should do this as well. It's pretty simple to divide up your episodes. You just do it in pretty much the post-production stuff in general with all of my live streams. I need to get better at, like what she's doing here, of this section here, this section here. But then again, all this is pre-production. She has a lot of pre-production or post-production. She edits. She does a good job. She's doing a better job than me. Thank you, Chad, for making me look like a dried up turd in the corner.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi.
I saw you walking. I thought you were really cute. I wanted to meet you real quick. Alex, pleasure.
Or you could do option 4, where you don't approach women who are walking alone in empty hallways. Wait, what's this? It's 2 a.m. and the hallway is completely empty and there are no people or cameras and it's very scary? Allow me to introduce myself.
I saw you walking. I thought you were really cute. I wanted to meet you real quick.
Why would your opening line be, I saw you walking?
I love your big Jewish nose.
Like, I'm sure you probably did, because that's literally what she's doing. Is the tip to just make a general observation about what they're doing and then use that as the pickup line? Because it sounds accusing almost. Hey, excuse me, I just saw you were walking, and don't fucking do that.
This has got to be one of the funniest and most creative bios I've seen in a while. Females, I'm looking for a woman.
Oh boy.
Who will make me, and then it's M, make me dinner. A, appreciate the things I do for you. K, kiss me. E, eager to ask about a day. M, marry me. E, endlessly love me. C, capture my heart. U, make death do us part. M, make me.
Don't do this. If the word is anywhere on your profile, you should be banned from dating apps for life. And why do all of these requirements end with me? I know it's online dating, but aren't you supposed to give a preview of yourself and what you're like rather than how you want women to serve you? I mean, I guess in this instance it works because the preview is that you spent hours making an acronym of.
Sam Bibley has a controversial opinion. It's okay to talk to people in the hallway. Chad says that does have a timer on it. 2 a.m. She is saying, knock that shit off.
This is a pretty perfect bio.
This is a perfect bio. How could we miss this, guys? The secret to getting ladies is
the cum word. That was an acronym that she had out of make me cum. So that word that she censored out there wasn't fisting, it was cum. Don't have cum on your profile. That is okay for your FetLife profile, though.
Talking about our date. It was right under our noses all this time. This is a dating and self-improvement channel, by the way. I have this really bad habit that I would like to get rid of. I see. Okay, what is it? Yeah, so I just can't stop talking about my date. Have you tried talking about your date more? You're a genius. What can I say? You've come to the right place.
How to playfully ask a girl that you're talking.
Fuck yeah, Chad. You've come to the right place.
To from a dating app if she's actually overweight. So this is a text that's pretty funny. So talking to this chick, making logistics. Awesome. All your pics are headshots. You aren't a secret fatty, are you?
Hold on, let me retitle.
headshots. Are you out in Los Angeles? Because the headshots look good, so they get mixed in there with the profile pictures on the swipey apps. Sam Bibley, I wish you the best. Not on FetLife, he's on FentLife. I am a bit concerned about those on the FentLife, but just be careful out there with the Fent.
This for you. How to be a fat-phobic troll.
Playfully.
That may sound a little crude, but it's also fairly amusing. Generally speaking, you get good reaction.
I am not fat-phobic, but there is a fine line between sexy fat and fat.
Oh, geez, now that's a question.
Oh, geez, now that's a question. So you wrote this. There's no way that you aren't chatting with yourself right now. I swear he just has 2 accounts where he can make these example conversations go down exactly how he wants in totally unrealistic ways. Because there's no way that this interaction ended with him getting her number.
Sound a little crude, but it's also fairly amusing. Generally speaking, you get good reactions.
Of course you will, because you're texting yourself.
He's also not an attractive guy.
What to do if the girl doesn't?
He's got kind of like that too many head injuries in high school football kind of look to him, or look to him, sound to him. Well, actually, both the look and sound. Doesn't he seem like he had a few too many concussions in varsity football and didn't quite make it to the college team because his grades weren't good enough?
Doesn't drink. So my general go-to is to invite a girl straight to my place for a bottle of wine or to meet her at a bar nearby. And again, I'm not a big fan of drinking either.
He's not a big fan of drinking.
I'm not a big fan of drinking either. So
Not a big fan. Nice investigative reporting there, Chad. That's all you needed to make your case. And that is someone I'm currently talking to, is a kinkster who is not into drinking. I do have a bit of regret of not sticking around for the mid-50s lady, but just like being a fine line between hot fat and fat. In the mid-50s, there is a fine line between cougar older hotness and just oldness. And she was straddling that a bit too much. Damn it. If only I would have caught her when she was 52.
in that situation, my approach is simple. I just say, okay, cool. Why don't we go for a walk first, and then afterwards you can come up for some tea, or you can just invite her straight for tea or coffee anyway. So it's basically the same thing, but you replace alcohol with something that she can have, like tea or coffee.
Guys, if she doesn't drink alcohol, you should just like give her something else to drink. Maybe. I don't know. Subscribe for more tips on how to do obvious. So what should you do if you go on a date with a chick and she
soda?
Doesn't like chicken tenders. Now, I'm not a huge fan of chicken tenders myself, so what I usually do is offer her some steak. You could do grilled chicken, filet, I think is a meat, salmon, ground beef, turkey.
I would turn this into a full-on Bubba Gump shrimp, which she kind of is. You could have fried chicken, grilled chicken, chicken salad, chicken kebab, chicken noodle soup, chicken sushi.
How long is this seminar? 2 hours.
Hey, so what do you do for work?
That is the same lady with the nice hot big nose and the nice hot big ass. And it's not an overly big ass, but it's got some girth to it.
I work in finance.
Oh, do you like it?
It's okay, I guess.
Have you been doing it for a while?
Yeah.
Oh, is it hard to get a job in finance?
I mean,
the way that this audio sounds is like from a foreign movie that they made to be an English movie. It's like all overdubbed, ADR after the fact, and doesn't fit quite right.
Really?
Do you think I could do it?
Maybe like finance.
No, not really.
I like how the bad example is him showing interest in her career. Don't ask questions. Questions make you look.
Oh, some janky elbows. Those elbows are okay with me. Sam Bibley is far more discerning with his elbows. So, unfortunately, no. She's mentioned Pennsylvania a few times. I would have to go, Jerry Lehane, to her bio to figure out where she is from. Uncle Jack, you can get a hold of me over on Twitter at Dillon somewhere and Dillon from somewhere at gmail.com. If anyone would like to get a hold of me, those are two places you can find me. And after David Collins kind of beat me over the head of like, why do you have your DMs closed? Why would anyone be on Twitter with their DMs closed? I was like, I am an idiot. That's why. DMs are open over on Twitter at Dillon somewhere, Dillon from somewhere at gmail.com, especially if anyone would like to be on Chatting with Beloved Chatters or sitting in on a program kind of like this. I think in the new year, I'm going to add a new program, kind of like combining the co-host audition and the TikTok around the clock, and open to guests on that one. So here we go. Continuing with the lady with the elbows that elbow aficionados are a little bit questionable about.
Do you think I could do it?
Maybe like final.
No, not really.
I like how the bad example is him showing interest in her career. Don't ask questions. Questions make you look weak.
I work for finance.
Oh, cool. So you're like one of those badass Wall Street guys?
You can say that, yes.
Oh, cool. I'm a male stripper. So it's very similar to your job. You know, you take money off people, I take clothes off people.
You don't want her to think you
Wouldn't it be nice if being a male stripper got you female clientele instead of a bunch of dudes? I would get back into shape and get into male stripping if that were the case. But no, women, they go there for what? Bachelorette parties? Otherwise, it's just a bunch of fucking dudes.
actually give a shit about her interests. Do this instead. Are you Leonardo DiCaprio? I guess you could say that. Well, I'm a male stripper.
Teach men how to get laid on TikTok.
Do you really? Are you?
Why would I bother?
He moves so fast and it's too jarring. He also cups her ear, like squeezes her ear as part of his seduction. It's like he stuck his hand out there without thinking about it first. Oh God, why did I do this? Do I brush her hair? I could touch her cheek or I could...
Boobs. That's what I'm going for. Boobs. Boobs and butts. That's where hands go during kissing, right?
Is it beta to show your emotions around women? So the red pillars say absolutely not. It's super beta, never show emotion. And, you know, a lot of the feminists or blue pillars say, oh, women love a guy who's super sensitive. So of course.
So fellas, alphas say that it's beta to show emotions in front of women, but women say that women don't mind it and they actually prefer men who can regulate their emotions. Who do we believe?
I think, again, the truth here.
Yeah, it's from woman to woman, because I did have someone stop contacting me when I showed my emotions. What was that? That must have been my early 20s. And she was like, this guy's a fucking pussy, and stopped returning my calls.
You're somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be the guy that's very emotional, that's always reacting to everything, that's kind of crying, or just comes off as anything resembling a little...
Or we could stop acting like emotions are gendered and accept that some people are more emotional than others. Oh my God, Tyler, what's wrong? My mom just died in a house fire. No. I mean, why are you having a pink emotion right now? What? Crying is a pink girly emotion, and you're a guy, so...
You get angry at death. You do not cry at death. What a little fegala you are. Who was that? Jerry Lahane, DMs are open over on Twitter. So anyone can DM me over on Twitter right now. And the Gmail, of course.
So you're only allowed to have blue boy ones? Like unbridled rage. Is that a Molotov cocktail in your hand? No? You killed my mom! See, there you go.
I'm like, how about later tonight around 11? We can just hang out.
And Bibly with a counterpoint, women don't know what women want. Your move. As is exampled by that time that I showed my emotions and I was too much of a little fucking pussy, too much of a woman to that woman to go out with her.
And drink wine. I don't meet new people after 8 p.m., baby. I'm like, lol, why is that? Too dark. I'm like, you do realize they have lights, right?
She doesn't mean there aren't fucking lights. She means going on dates with men that you don't know is scary and you have to meet in a public, well-lit, open space for your own safety. Is he just imagining a woman who doesn't know what lights are? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, silly. I'm a light. Oh. And Jesus Christ.
Talking to this girl, I'm like, what evenings are you free? She's like, this whole week coming up, I have job interviews, so probably the week after. I'm just really desperate with finding a job. Oh, good. Actually, according to a recent study, they found that
the dirty and squirty
increased the prospect chance of getting a job by 69%.
Yeah, I've just been really struggling to find a job.
Fuck yeah, 69%.
So I can like support myself, and it's been a really rough time. Yeah, anyway, do you want to bang?
And she's like, maybe we should have some. So you can see this text is pretty effective.
It's not a Pokemon battle. This is a serious conversation.
It is pretty much, where do we insert, can we fuck? And do we ask it or do we do it physically? Because we could just present it physically if this was still the 80s, but now it's frowned upon and you have to ask, would you like to have an insertion?
conversation between you and yourself. In this one, he's actually rating another guy's Tinder profile, so I'm sure he'll give him some good tips on how to be more appealing, but in a way that wouldn't be damaging to his self-esteem.
This guy's gonna get a grand total of 0 matches. So this is the profile you don't want to have. Again, way too nice guy. This guy needs to grow out some facial hair. But
I think this guy would do pretty well in California. He does have a little bit of a femme to him, which is what I've said about my profile as well. Well, not my profile, but me in general, is that it used to be in Los Angeles, married women were interested in me. And now here in somewhere, married men are interested in me. So still has that polyamory aspect that I am into, but it's the wrong fucking one. When I did start dating married women, I was like, I'm just steering into what's working. And there are women who are in relationships that want me for a little bit of a side relationship. I've decided not to steer into that here in somewhere because I am not in to dudes. So as much as I say steer into what's working, the dudes like, hey, want to have a guy on guy makeout? No, I don't. I'm gonna be celibate rather than have a guy. In fact, fuck this celibate thing. Take me to Backpage.com.
put on some muscle, take off the glasses, take off the hat, get a better style, and stop smiling so damn much in every photo.
Oh, okay. So he just has to change everything about himself. Your hair just needs to stop being like that, and your eyes are also weird, and that dog is ugly. Get rid of it.
Put on some muscle, take off the glasses, take off the hat.
He can't just get rid of his glasses. Like, people don't just wear those for no.
I actually really started to enjoy being a side piece. Let me have some fun with the wife, and then I will bring her home to you, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want to do at my own home.
Reason.
And stop smiling so damn much in every photo.
Also, imagine thinking that smiling in pictures is going to get you less dates. And I also have a dog. His name is Charlie. Here he is. Aw, I hate dogs. Why are you wearing glasses? Oh, to help me see? They're hideous. Throw them in the trash. Excuse me? You look fucking weird. Okay, I'm leaving. It's because I smile too much, isn't it?
The power of persistence. So nowadays, girls have a lot of options. So what you want to do is you want to be persistent without being needy. Say, cute, I almost don't want to ruin you. No response. Cute, I almost don't want to ruin you. Once again, no response. Okay, fine, ruin each other. No response. And a few days, a week later.
So if someone, not just women, anyone, does not respond.
Okay, she is about to say, don't do this, but I do want to be unmatched with. I'll do a this or that. I want to answer my question or unmatch me. Dive bars or breweries. That is often a opening line of, all right, let's start a conversation. And if I get no response, Ghostbusters or Zombie Town, Tales from the Crypt or Twilight Zone.
On to 4 text messages over the span of several weeks, they definitely want you. They are so into you. You should keep texting them. He also has a YouTube channel where he invites triggered feminists to engage with him in very productive debates.
I think you just said I was passive aggressive. You need to now tell me how you think I'm being passive aggressive.
Like, just in that statement, like, your whole attitude is very passive aggressive. Like, you're not directly yelling at me or cursing at me, but it's very much, it's like a passive form of aggressiveness. I don't know how to put it plainly than that.
Even though it's just a trap for him to be able to call women crazy and passive aggressive in the thumbnails and get more clicks. So I'm going to be proactive and say I will not be participating in that. Thank you, even though it sounds very appealing.
Oh, you don't want to get in on an ambush interview?
I mean, I think there's a reason the whole chat is saying, why is this chick being so passive aggressive?
But
the whole Chad is saying, get in there, Chad. He's calling your name.
I am a kind, gentle-hearted woman, and I want to make things easier for him. So we'll just skip that part, and I'll go straight to posing for his thumbnail.
Thanks for getting that out of the way for him. You're very thoughtful, Chad.
I'm going to call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Okay, that's her regular sign off with following the hand there with all the videos. I like what you're doing here, Chad. So do a shitload more people than watch me on the regular. Fantastic job by Chad. Jerry Lahane says that all dieheads hate themselves. That's a majority. It is indeed a majority of people who dye their hair these weird colors that will be the self-loathing type. I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't seem to be the self-loathing type. She seems to have it together, which is a great mask for us crazy people to present to the world that we have it all together. Welcome in Mr. Z, who would like a cameo from the kitty. She is right over here. Come over here. Mr. Z demands an appearance by the kitty cat. And as usual, the kitty cat is not very much into it. That was Chad. She has made a fan of me, and I think the whole chat today. You're doing the internet right. The things that I am stumbling all over myself, you have got it figured out, and I like your attitude. I like what you're doing over here. You are a silly, attractive lady, and let's go to some more advice from TikTok. This is from a friendly reminder from a paramedic. Brand, I don't even know that brand. Whatever the fuck that combination of letters spells. That I'm not giving that any more attempts because I just don't know what the hell that those combinations of letters say. Where is my little? There's my little thing. There's my little thing. See, even I need to search for it when flaccid. So a reminder from a paramedic. Oh, not the Eiffel Tower, but the Eiffel Tower looks like it would be perfect for that type of situation. Now, I have to disagree with you on that one. This one here with the little skirt on it, you've got all those little strings to pull. You want a rope tied around it, as was recommended by nurse DJ Electra. You want to tie a rope around it before sticking it up there. That way you can retrieve it. This paramedic, I think she's just saying no to everything, when really, this kind of hula snowman, that is the one you can retrieve from your asshole, because it's got some strings and ropes to it on that skirt. Oh, God, no. That's a bit too stabby to your insides. That last one, especially, do not get into that. Brenda Lynn, Rini believes it is. Those combinations of letters, let's see. It is Brandolin. It's Brenda with an A instead of an E. That's what's throwing me off. Branda Lynn Lei. Thank you, Rini, for helping me try to figure out what the heck that is. So maybe her parents misspelled her name on her birth certificate. I actually did stumble across someone. I went out on a single date with a very ugly woman who did give it up, named Tatum, whose mother misspelled Tatum on her birth certificate. So that was a little helpful hint from our friend, the paramedic, not Brenda. I'm calling you not Brenda. That's what I've decided on. And a thanks to A. Smith for the $2 super sticker. We have got our pair buddy given a little cool. Thank you for the $2 super sticker, A. Smith. I appreciate. And Jerry Lahane has subbed to Chad, waiting for disappointment. But very much like King Nobody. One of our beloved chatters subscribed to King Nobody after our first episode on him, and they were very disappointed. He's one of those where you need a filter, like the stuttering John Ray DeVito effect. You look directly at it, and oh boy, it stinks. And you have someone goofing on it. Whee! So now we have, this isn't exactly advice. This is just Farid.Arjamand. Farid.Arjamand. That's what I'm going with there. Part 3 of Hell on Earth. So let's see what is going on with Hell on Earth, Part 3.
Stop. Stop. See, that's why I'm recording.
This is why I'm recording, because you're going to tell people that I done smacked you in the face when the wall smacked you in the face. That's something that everyone says, sure, you ran into a wall. That's what happened. When in fact, this lady with the very dirty feet ran herself full speed into a wall. All right, here she is, just got up, starting to pick up some speed.
See, that's why I'm recording, because the cops ain't gonna believe this.
Mr. Z and Sam Bibley both noticing that underneath those pants, those are at least 2 pairs of boxers. I wonder if instead of showering and changing boxers, if she just puts another layer of boxers on. So I'm sure in her mind it makes sense, right? A Lamaze class. Lamaze class for those that are already a little bit slow and have a slow baby coming. I don't know if that's his wife or if that's his sister. I don't have any more information. Oh, this one is going around. Cardiff has had this one on his show. I'm a little late to getting to some of these. There was actually one I was looking forward to showing you guys, and DJ Electra is already way on it. The guy who faked his death and moved to Uzbekistan for probably a catfish. So that was our little foray into the randomness of TikTok. And now one more from that world to take us out. Miss Size Doesn't Matter, the clown.
Amazed. I am so blown away. Last night, I released my Miss Size Doesn't Matter the Clown stinky sock puppets made out of 100% my recycled gym sock.
Sounds a little bit low. I'm sorry. I have it cranked up as high as it'll go. Miss Size Doesn't Matter has been making used old stinky gym socks, taking them and turning them into puppets.
And we sold out within the first 6 minutes. Are you kidding me? That's unheard of. 15,000 sock puppets in 6 minutes? I didn't know you guys liked sock puppets that much. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so excited for you all to get your Miss Size Doesn't Matter the Clown stinky sock puppets.
So hopefully she will have another round of stinky used gym sock puppets, because I'm definitely interested in some stinky used sock puppets from Miss Size Doesn't Matter the Clown, and many other used things from Miss Size Doesn't Matter the Clown. Well, this is more of a short episode today because there wasn't much to goof on with Chad. It was just fawning over her, an attractive lady who puts on some funny, silly content. I am a big fan. I've got nothing to goof on you about. This is more of a legit co-host audition where I say, hey, I can add some dick jokes to that. Instead of one that just degenerates into what the hell is going on here. So that is all for today. You're close by, kitty. Mr. Z wants to see you. Come here. Come here, kitty. Even when she's close by. Not a big fan. Cameo. So for Mr. Z, here is... She has no interest. Absolutely no interest whatsoever. Come on, get that kitty face to the camera. That's the cutest part of you, kitty. So tomorrow I will be back with Spurg Snake to talk about Aaron Imholt one more time. Well, as we do every other week. And then next Wednesday will be the Angry Video Game Nerd Week as we cover one more chapter in a movie-making nerd. I don't think we can do more than one at a time. I'm up to chapter 2D. It goes to like fucking 2I or something like that. And it hurts. It didn't hurt this much covering chapter 1, but... Oh, this fucking hurts. Like, I started rewriting it in my mind. The same thing I did with his movie. James Rolfe really needs an editor. He needs a writing partner for things that are outside of... Like, sketch comedy is where he excelled. The online vulgar sketch comedy of the Angry Video Game Nerd... Oh, anything outside that, his writing skills are fucking garbage. And we're going to get through this book. And thank goodness I decided to do this every other week. I would be, oh, fuck. I could not do this every single week. I need some... I need some breaks in between these chapters from James Rolfe. So... tune in next Wednesday. No Thursday show. It's a holiday show. I'm going to go ahead and take off for that. And next week we will be back with TikTok around the clock, co-host auditions, and a movie making nerd book review. I don't know how this episode went. I just became a fan of Chad. I believe usually the comedy comes from goofing on people who I claim I want to be the second mic for, but I really would like to be the second mic of someone who is silly, creative, attractive, and has a fuck ton of subscribers. She has gone past the 1 million mark of getting, what is it, the platinum YouTube. Is there a 10 million? I think there might be a 10 million plaque. Did you hear Aaron Imholt is shopping a book? I think he also needs a ghostwriter for that. We've never seen Aaron Imholt's writing abilities, but I don't think that it's going to come out very well at all. That was all for today. Thanks to Chad for showing us that random corners of the internet still have some fun, creative creators. And be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh boy, look at me stumble fucking all over myself. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to remind you that I go live Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm stumble fucking all over myself. Kids book called Coke Smooches. Oh, Coke Smooches from Aaron Imholt. Be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and then next week, Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'm taking a holiday off because it's a holiday. Got to help cook shit and do stuff. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you all for joining. Now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to you, honey, with the right left eight. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.